I'm very much interested in the juncture between creativity or artistic inspiration and mental illness, because for over 2,500 years, Melancholia has been associated, has taken those two things, creativity and mental illness, and put them together in different ways across different time periods. And so that's one of my areas of focus and study as a doctoral student. And so this particular slide comes from as a quote from Leonardo da Vinci, and he made an interesting quote in his treatise on art, and he says, "If painting is the representation of the corporeal, then music is the representation of the invisible." And so one of the things that I'm very interested in is the unseen. And so I studied the unseen with artists who have a history of hearing voices, because they are powerfully moved and inspired by things that are unseen and yet seem to speak to them. So what I'm going to show you, why I'm here today, what I'm going to show you today is a wind chime instrument that I built using a very common visual programming environment language called Reactor. And what this instrument does is it randomizes tones across various scales associated historically with melancholia. For instance, the C-sharp minor scale. E.T.A. Hoffman associated that with melancholia when he was around doing work. And I'm also going to demonstrate the Tristan chord, which scholars associated with melancholia, from Wagner's opera Tristan and Isolde. So I'm going to go ahead and load up the instrument. So this is the C major scale. That's being the notes are being randomized. This is the instrument. These are the actual. I only have 3 scales programmed into the instrument: C major, C sharp minor, and the Tristan chord here, along with the notes A sharp that Wagner uses in his original prelude to Tristan and Isolde. So these are the 3 tuning panels here. And so it's an expressive instrument so that you can select different sounds. Just a second. Well, you normally can. Where's my instrument? There we go. So, for instance, I programmed a lot of bell sounds in this. The bell sounds are perfect for the FM synthesis generator that, of course, I did not create the FM synthesis generator. Oscillator that was created by Reactor. But I also use this instrument as a relaxation tool and music visualization tool with people who suffer major illness. Just a second, let me turn that down. Pain, major pain, the kind associated with intractable pain associated with diseases, with mental illness, with major depression, with people suffering from cancer. Music has a way of going deep within and bringing out the pain associated with that, not for the sake of reveling in the pain by any means, but for the sake of dealing with it and coming to grips with it and trying to get over it in as best you possibly can, given that it's really impossible to do when you're suffering severe illness. So there are several bell sounds that I use with support groups, people in cancer support groups. And one of my favorites is just Reverse Dream. And so what I'm going to attempt to do tonight with the Electron 4 is try to sort of improvise with the instrument. I've never done that before. I mean, it's just random tones. But I may not be able to do the different notes for you. I'm going to start in the C major scale. And then I'm going to start with the Electron. I'm also going to show, while doing this, some video microscopies I made of various microbes. And again, another unseen world, a place that exists but that we don't really see or inhabit every day. And so that's going to be the video. to accompany the music. besides not amplify my voice is any more than I have to, is to try to look at music historically, but look at it in a way using modern technology. A scale is a complicated space. The philosopher Deleuze believed that scales were living entities. He and Guattari, in their famous text, write about music a lot, and they write about the scale as a living entity. And so the musical scale is far more complicated than simply randomizing it, regardless of what kind of randomization tool you use. I'm using those associated or used in Reactor. But the main thing I'm interested in music is how it integrates with mood, how it is supported by mood, and how it is a reflector of the incomprehensible, of pain so ineffable that only music can go and reach there and find some kind of connection. You see this with Alzheimer's patients, with autistics, with cancer patients who have suffered near-death experiences, and of course those who suffer from extreme depression, what they call major depression, what they've called for 2,500 years melancholia. So that ends my presentation today. Thank you very much for listening to me. Bye-bye.
Kenneth, thank you so much.